Make sure I'm up. All of my pages. Hi, everyone. Anyone new, welcome to my page or to my YouTube channel. I'm on both at the same time. My name is Corrie Thorne, and I'm coming in today to do some live guidance, to read through the energy that is out there. I'm just trying to bring up on my phone. I'm trying to breathe. I was just upstairs. Okay. I can never see if I have anyone until I actually see you show up on screen. So, oh, there we go. Hi, Regina, you found me. Yay. Hello, hello, hello. Hi, Edie and Kathy and Natasha. Hello, hello, hello. So I'm coming back in today. If you watched my, hello, Kevin and Felicia. If you're coming back in today and you watched my last night's, I got some questions. I'm going to ask you what you were doing. I just realized that I forgot to put my eyebrows on. Forgot to take my eyebrows on just then. I'm like, oh, I got way more forehead than I should have. Hey, Shiva and Krista and Beth. Hello. And Kathy. Hello, hello, hello. So nice to see everybody. If you don't know, or if you haven't seen, that I actually have my own radio show as well now. So I have a radio show on News for the Soul that I am doing every third Friday of the month for right now. I possibly will be coming in to do another one as well. But for right now, I got that one. And so last Friday, I did my first show. And you can go in and you can listen to the broadcast at any time. So I think on my Facebook page, you'll see the link to the radio station. And so you'll see the link to the radio station, and it's called News for the Soul Radio. And so it's broadcast, I think, all over the world, I think. And so I know it broadcasts out of the US. And so you can listen to my first show last week. It's the introduction of me and about me. And yeah, so you can catch it. You can catch that. I'm just waiting for some people to get in before I start here. Just realized I didn't bring tissue. I got runny nose. I got a napkin. Hello, Allison from England. And it all depends on what I'm actually doing today. I never know when I come in. I'm just getting back into my lives. I've been out for a while, and I read through the energy. I see what's coming in, and I just channel through, and then I'll see how that goes for us, Allison. Stay with me. And I am on. So you may see me commenting on people that you're not seeing on Facebook or you're not seeing on YouTube. I am broadcasting Facebook and YouTube at the same time. So I am in 2 social media areas at one time. And so just so you know, I was going to come in a little bit later today, but I'm actually in a class later, so I had to come in earlier. And so we'll see what the energy has for us and see what we got coming through. And we're going to start general, of course, like we always do, but I'm just reading energy. I'm just letting the room fill up a little bit before we start. I do have TikTok, Jenna. I haven't used it in a while. So my TikTok, my TikTok channel is same thing. I think it's like Corrie_Thorne. You can find me anywhere. I always use just my name, no matter where I am. If you're on Instagram, it is my first and last name. My personal account that I don't use very much has my last name first. But on Instagram, I'm Corrie_Thorne. On TikTok, I'm Corrie_Thorne as well. And if you go to my website, every one of my cards are actually laid out on my website. And every single day, you can go into my website, CorrieThorne.com, CORRIE, Thorne.com. You can go in and you can actually click on a card. And when you click on the card, it will actually open you up to TikTok, and it'll open you up to the message for each card. And it's right on my website. And you can do it each and every day. Yeah. Yeah, go stalk that. And so the other area where you can, what else you can do on there is you can actually subscribe. You can actually become a member of the channel. And when you become a member of the channel, there is a channeled message that goes out to everybody who's a member in there. You'll get once a month, you'll get a group collective message. Plus you also will get a monthly meditation that I record each and every month for you. And then you get then there's like discounts and stuff off all the courses that are my courses that are in More Than Existing Academy. And then randomly you'll get bonus lives that'll only be for those who are in the subscription. So that's also on the website. So if you sign up there, you get all of that. And so there will be some bonus lives. And also there's other free stuff that comes from some of my friends. So some of my friends also include some of their work that comes out as a little surprise, a little gift, and also allows me to introduce each and every one of them to you that have these beautiful talents and gifts that they love to share. So yeah. And so if you're in there, you'll get a random email and it will say, hey, Corrie is offering a free Zoom to all the channel subscribers. And it's going to be just for subscribers. And you can get in there as well. And I'll have guests, all kinds of stuff happening. But you can also go to my radio show. So you go to my radio show. I'm on Instagram. And then I also have 2 YouTube channels. So if you're on YouTube, then you've already found me on one. My other YouTube channel is all podcasts. And it is called She Is More Than Existing. And that is all audio podcast. That's all I put on there. I think there's 16 podcasts in there right now. And if you scroll through the YouTube channel of Corrie Thorne that you're on right now, or the one that's there, is that you can go in there and there's a whole bunch of Keeping It Real podcasts. There's a whole bunch of stuff about More Than Existing. There's a whole bunch of pre-recorded like webinars that I've done and meditation and daily or monthly messages that go up there all the time, and trying to stay on top of zodiacs. They're harder for me right now. And yeah. So just telling you where I am. Okay, let's start with the energy. Let's see where we are. And hello to everyone else who's joining in. You were about to take a shower? See, now you're just going to have to wait for that shower, right? So hello. Who else we got? My book is amazing. Oh, thank you, Natasha. Yes, you can also purchase my book. I have a book on my website as well. It's called More Than Existing. And that is there. And the second book is, we're getting this much closer to getting the second book out. Oh, thanks, Don. Thank you. Yes, it's been a long time. It has. Yes, check out that website, Christine. Yes. You have my book now? Oh, Mom, give it to you, Tammy? Oh, yay. Good. Good. I'm reading it now. Oh, good. I'm so glad you have it. When I come home, I can sign it for you. Okay. Hello, everyone else who's joined. If I've missed you, hello, Ellie and Danielle and Jenna. I see, and Brenda. Hello, Kellyanne. Yes. Oh, yes, Allison. That's right. You're on midnight time. Okay. Just stay with me for a minute. Hello, Angel. Love Angie. Hello, love Angie. Yes. And Tracy, Healing Practice with Tracy, and Pat and Missy. Hi. Okay. So let's start with the energy. Let's start with the general, and let's see where we go from there. I do have to watch the time today. Me and my time. You know what I'm like. If you follow me, I get all talkative, happy with you guys. I like staying. I like hanging out. Okay. So our first card comes out, and I'm really going to connect this to the energy that we have happening right now. And so it is Forever Golden. It is Forever Golden. And I'm going to bring the card up. Let's see. Forever Golden. She would be down in the bottom. Let's see what she has to say. And she's loading. Oh, okay. So Forever Golden, what we have coming up for her, and Allison, this might connect to you somehow. So forever golden, and she truly is in her crone energy. She's in the energy, and we're bringing her up in the body right now. That's where we're picking her up. If we do a 3 card spread, I'm picking her up as a body card, like within our physical self, within the stories that we tell ourselves, within the mental mind, the mental body, that whatever stories had led you treating yourself as if you are a second, or like less than, or that you are not worthy, that you're not enough, that using all of those stories moving forward, instead of falling victim to that and allowing yourself to settle for, second rate in your life, like, you deserve the best of the best that is available to you, and to treat yourself with that. So if you step into that energy, if you step into that self and just say, you know what, this is where I have been, this has been my journey, and just dive deep into you and just say, but I've learned so much. What did I learn from those experiences? What did I gain from that experience? So what we're seeing appear right now in the world energy is this sense of hope. Even though we have a lot to still go through, even though there is still a lot of energy that is still existing, it's just saying, now is not the time to lose hope and faith in yourself. Now is not the time to, and I've downloaded a lot of information that I don't know if I'm ready to really share right now, but I've downloaded a whole lot about this, about the energy of, that whole sense of, how do I put this? So the whole energy of the doomsday energy, or our own personal doomsday energy, and being kind of saved from that moment, being saved from the depths of that darkness. So it feels as if this angelic, beautiful energy is saying that the angel of strength that comes in to help save us is exists within us. It's in the core center of us. You see her little wings. You see they're like these golden little lights. As much as she tries to hide, she can't hide. As much as she tries to be, she can't. As much as she tries to be less than what she is, as much as she tries to be, and she, he, however you identify, you change it to whatever that is for you. But we all have a feminine and masculine energy within us. And so no matter how much she's tried to shrink herself back, what she has learned is that she doesn't have to share all of herself with everybody. So in a love relationship, going into any relationship, is that you don't sacrifice the best of you. You don't sacrifice you to go into any relationship. And that includes anything. That includes with your children. That includes with everything. You still have to remain and hold yourself as being equal, that you are an equal part of whatever you exist within. And so that's what is the saving grace that's coming, and just say, hold on to the hope and the faith within you to pull you up to. And if you're not in balance in relationships, why are you not in balance? Why is it not, why is there not that sense of equal? Why do you go without to give to somebody else? And it doesn't mean that all the time. I mean, there's times, yes. I mean, as a general rule, if it's out of balance, if it's out of sync, if you're always the one who has to sacrifice, and especially in relationships, especially in a relationship where it's like you find all of that self, and you're just like, it's like you're all the give and take is all give from you and all take from somebody else. And if it's all take, and it's you give, this is so out of balance. And how do you hold on to hope in you and faith in you when you don't even know your own worth and value to be able to honor that within yourself? And so reaching into you, coming into you, and finding that nuggets of the sense of self that are valuable to you. What is it of my sense of self that I need to find that thread? It's like we lose that thread. We lose that connection. We have to reach for it, pull it up, and then pull self up. And then not to be existing beyond that emotional story, but from higher self. From higher self. I always ask myself, like, what would my guides do? What would my guardian angels do? What would my angels do? If they were in my situation, what would they do? I mean, if you look at the energy of the God consciousness, it kicks our ass. It doesn't say, oh, you can lay all the blame on me you want, but I'm not fucking taking it. That's that God conscious energy. It's like, it'll all come back to you, right? Like that's the sense of that energy. So it's like owning that, and literally it's like stepping into that energy of self and just picking self up. And as you can see, like her dress is short in the front, long in the back. It's got low cleavage. It's got her wings are out. She's letting herself be seen. Her roots are out. She's done trying to perfect herself, and she's creating the image of however she wants to be seen. That blue light energy is the energy that exists right now. It is the Mary Magdalene energy. It is the energy that ties to Archangel Heniel. It's the energy that really truly connects even to the Mother Mary. It connects to Archangel Michael, which is masculine and feminine energy, and that you can connect into that masculine, that feminine energy. That you truly, it's like I say Archangel Michelle. Michelle is how I say the female version, and Archangel Michael comes this hardcore like bah, and Archangel Michelle just says F that kind of energy. And so she's walking through all of that she allowed to take her and hide her. And she's no longer hiding. And so if you have to shrink, hide, be less than, and apologize for who you are. I remember one time that I got a call from a person who was a teacher to my daughter in school. And the call literally said, can you please ask your daughter to not to make herself look so good or to be so big? Like, could you get her to downsize and downplay because it makes other people uncomfortable? And I said, I'm sorry, but that will never fucking happen. And that's the truth. It's like, you don't shrink. That's somebody else's problem. That's not your problem. And so that's coming up. It's like in a relationship, you don't have to take away. If you step into a relationship and somebody says to you, oh, you need to dress a little more conservative. You need to do this. You need to do that. You need to say, you need to do this. And that's the truth. You stand that place. You hold that sense of self. You stand on your ground and your conviction, but only when you know who you are. Like first you got to find you, because we're so long trying to identify ourselves. And I spoke about that last night. We spend so much time trying to identify ourselves, trying to create that identity and that personality based on the conditionings of our lives that we really don't even know who we are. And that's where, you don't see me as much, because I've really put the work and the effort into doing the work that needs to be done. And it's like an unapologetic, not being available to do a lot of the other things that I do, because I'm not willing to just stay limited in who and what I am. I've taken that dark night of the soul journey. I've traveled into all of my shadows, all of my attitudes, all of my bad behaviors, all of my own shit, and calling it up and finding that self from there. Your confidence is your truest of selves. And that's where it comes in. So that's our first card out. I hope that helps you in some way. Whew, I just channeled that one through large. She came powering in for us tonight. I don't know who need to hear that, but you just got the message of the night. That's what you get. Okay, so just wow, this has been coming up for me all day in the energy in healthy boundaries, right? Yeah. Hi, Auntie Jack. Felicia, I've been saying this and fighting this a lot. People are telling me I gave up my life to be a mother, and I'm fighting to say I still deserve to be a person outside of my mother, and I have dreams and goals of my own life. Yes. And so to be a beautiful mother, to be the best mother that we can be, it's not about giving ourselves up. That's the old mindset, the conditioning. It's about being the kind of mother that empowers our children to be the best that they can be. Be the kind of mother, father that empowers and inspires your children to be the best that they can be. And that's all we can hope for. That's all we can hope for. The rest is in their hands. When children grow and they become adults, they have to do they have to do their work, and their own stories and what they tell themselves and what they're doing, they have to be that in their own lives. Once we're an adult, we have to take ownership and responsibility for our own lives and for our own actions. And that fixer, that pleaser energy, when you start to, and that martyr, and you jump into relationships where you're constantly like giving of yourself, and oh, it's like, oh, I'm always there for everybody. Why are you always there for everybody? If you don't have the energy and it's taking from you, why are you there? And when you start to question yourself and start to let yourself answer honestly to yourself, it's amazing. Some people have literally said to me, well, that's what you chose. And when you have a child, is to put yourself aside and not get your own life. Yeah, that's conditioning. That's the old patterns. Old patterns. Children are inspired by us. Children are influenced by us. I was a single mom. Do you know what I did as a single mom? Felicia, I'll tell you what I did. And as a single mom, I owned my own business. I went back to work when my daughter was seven days old. 7 days old. And in between that, I ended up having to shut that business down. I hit rock bottom more fucking times than I shared it, to even think now, but I'm so glad I did. And I started again, and I'd start again, and I'd start again. And I would just say, this is temporary. This is temporary. We are not going to be here, Maggie. We're not going to be doing this. And I would take that child, and we traveled all around Canada. We lived in a lot of places, and I didn't put myself on the back burner. I put myself with her and said, I am your mother, and I'm taking you wherever I go, and I will raise you and give you the best possible life. And people said, oh, a single mother can't do this. A single mother can't do that. Oh, I'm a single mother, so I can't do this. I can hate on the world. No, I say I'm a single mother, and that's why I'm doing this. I started a salon with my mother. We had just me and myself and her, and then it went from one more apprentice and then one more person. Within 3 years, I had 17 employees, 3-story salon and spa, single mother. And so, and I had some great help and some great support, but you need a team. It takes a village to raise a child. It takes knowing that there's someone there to encourage you, inspire you, and support you, and that we don't put other things before you and your child. That's what's important. You and your child, and creating those lives are what's important. You and your child. And you guys rocked. Thank you, Stacy. Stacy worked there. She worked with us. And you do what you have to do. And there's such beauty in that. And there was, at one point, I had nothing. So Felicia, there was a point where I had nothing I needed money to get formula for my daughter when she was a baby. And I asked somebody for a loan of it in the family, and they said no to me. And they wouldn't give it to me. And in that very moment, because I had lost everything at that point, and in that very moment, I said, I will never be in this fucking position again. Never. I will never intentionally or I'll never let myself be in this position. And I took that opportunity, and I took that moment. And instead of letting it sink me further and walk around complaining, I thought she was my messenger of the day. She was my angel of the day. Because if she had given that to me, would I have found the strength and the courage to rise back up? Would I have found the fight within me? Sometimes you got to find that fight within you. No one else is here to fight for you. You have to become that savior. And so what you're doing to fight for you is, it's like, reward yourself with congratulate yourself and say, I know I'm doing the best that I can. I know I'm doing what I need to do. And always trust that gut feeling. Trust your body. Trust that, because that's what's important. And now I'm a grandmother with my second grandbaby on the way, and in my second life. And it has not been easy, but it's still worth it. Still worth it. All right, Jessica, nobody can mess with you when you call yourself out and move through your own mess. Yes, right? And that's why I say I call myself up and out. You call yourself up and out. Okay. Yeah. So I hope that card helped in some way and resonated with you. Like, that's Now I'm looking. I'm looking. Allison from the UK. Are you still here? Yes, I got another grandbaby on the way, Jenna. I have another little girl. Getting another little girl. Yes, they are. And children, you lead your children by example. What do you want? How do you want to lead your children? I want it to lead her to feel empowered and inspired. And I have a very successful daughter. I do. My daughter is a dental hygienist. I don't see her now. Allison from the UK. I don't know if you're still there. I don't see you. Okay. Oh, thank you, everybody. All right, let's go back up here. I don't see Allison from the UK. I think it was Beth. Who did I see? Allison Dunn. I don't see you here now. Okay. It was late, so it's hard for her to stay because she's in the UK and it was midnight there. All right. I think it was Beth. I think it was you, Beth. Beth Auger twin. Me. Krista. Beth. You are there. Okay. Okay, Beth. I'm going to give you a card today. I don't know which deck I want to use. Okay, Beth. I have the Unity card. Now you have to ignore that my cards are all marked on. And so this is the Unity card. And I'm going to bring this up, and it's 11. And so 11 is our master number. It is the number of this is the Unity card, and this is the card I'm pulling for you first. So, and I also have the Contentment card. So there's a bit of a story that goes with this for you. And I feel like, so I want to just say sometimes you need to just breathe. Sometimes you need to just breathe before you react and before you respond. There's a lot. So this whole card is number 11. 11 is the master number. And in order to be able to master our own emotions, to master our own lives, is to be able to first to check in with ourselves, to not to feel the tempted to go to all other shadows of ourselves, to get ourselves caught up in getting too far away from ourselves. We get like all freaking over the place. We get like, we jump into every previous emotion and every previous experience, and we tell ourselves stories. And I don't know where this is coming in for you now. And so that's you. And I'm like, get in check, breathe, because that's the fight or flight response. In order to be able to master your emotions, to let yourself be able to come into a place, first, look around at your environment. Look around at you and tell yourself in that very moment, I am safe. I am safe. And take that deep breath. Our breath is connected to source. It is connected to creator. It's connected to that almighty, the all one energy. And so once you just stop, you pause, you breathe. And once you start to focus on breath, you can't think. Your mind can't be processing through those thoughts and trying to breathe at one time. So it stops the action of that story you're playing. And once you can check in with yourself, I'm okay. I'm okay. There's things happening around me that may not be okay, but I'm okay. It will start to allow you to not to react and respond in the same way that you would probably have reacted and responded previously. So you find yourself having I'm like, what just happened to my thing? You find yourself having a whole lot less. You find yourself having a whole lot less of the experiences that are really not your for your highest good. The contentment is to be able to see yourself already have conquered the mountain. You've already conquered the mountain. You've conquered the experience. You've conquered the previous experience. You're already through the door, the gate of some of those experiences. Now you have to allow yourself that some days it is the experiences of that grief, of whatever it is that you're existing in, and that situation is not every other issue that's happening around you. Being able to kind of sort through our thoughts and what is important to what really truly is that important to us, what matters to me. And so that peace and contentment means that you got to come into this place of self-love. You do have the guardians with you. You have beautiful angels that are with you. So when I say take that breath and you're connected to your loved ones. Your loved ones are connected to you in that time and space. Right there. Because what you're doing when you breathe up, hold that breath, is you're rising up and out of the emotions. And that's how spirit catches us. That's how we're able to be caught in the energy of that spirit realm. Rise up to it. They can't get to you when you're down here swimming around in the swamp. Right? You're down here swimming around in your emotions and all this stuff. And it's like, rise up and into that sense of energy, into that place of just letting yourself be free. And you can feel them. You can feel the breeze of them. Right? Me and DJ were talking about this the other day, how I've never felt safe in someone's home unless it was our home or my grandmother's and Cookham's homes. Yes. Yeah. And that's such a truth, right? And so you're creating that safety. You and DJ are creating that sense of environment. Feel through that safety. Feel like I'm safe. And that's going to be your mantra. That's going to be your energy. I am safe. I'm content. And, I'm content to allow myself to feel through my emotions, knowing I'm safe, and let yourself be safe in that energy. Let yourself just be, I'm right here. This is what I'm experiencing. This is, and so then you talk to that emotional, this is what I'm really feeling. This is, what am I really feeling? What am I really existing in right now? What's really happening? Right? Don't be a duck, be an eagle. Exactly, Marlene. Don't be a duck. Don't be down here quacking and complaining and bitching and blaming everybody in the world and be an eagle. Fly above it. Be above it. And I remember the first time I ever heard that phrase was when I was in coaching school. And it was one of my instructors. And somebody was complaining. And they're like, I came into coaching school because I thought I was going to be good at telling everybody what to do. And I don't get to tell anybody what to do. You're telling me I don't get to tell people what to do. She's like, no, you get to get people to question themselves. You get to say, I believe in you. And tell me your story. I believe that. I believe that may be true for you. But, let's explore other options. Let's look at things differently. And so what if maybe that's not the truth? What if there's something more? What if you are something more? What if? And so we use that sense of inspiration so that you can inspire yourself to be the eagle, right? To fly above. You can never solve a problem in a problem. You will never solve a problem in a problem, ever. You have to rise up and out of the problem and be inspired, like the Forever Golden card that came up, like Davina. And you have to rise above that and just know right in that moment, I know I will do what I need to do to be my safety, to be my home, to be my everything. I will create it. Right? And I don't know how. I always say, God, I don't know how I'm going to make that happen, but you do. So you're going to have to make that happen because I don't know how. I have no idea. And we know such a small percentage. I live like I know nothing. That's the best way you can live. And then if you live like you know nothing, you wake up every day to want to be inspired. So mastering our lives is being able to master the things that keep us from being our truest of self and seeing ourselves separated. We're not separated from God consciousness. We're not separated from anything. We are all of one, and we're all that one energy. So when you can see yourself that one energy, that even your beautiful loved ones are still connected to you. They're still there, right? And knowing they're there to inspire you, to help you rise, just breathe up and into it. That's what you need to do. Okay. I hope that helped you. Yes, but then you have to listen to it. Yes, Felicia, and then you have to listen. Then you have to listen. Yes. Just turning my nose ring around again. All right. I'm sick. I'm not even allowed out of the house. I'm like, I'm sick. My granddaughter is sick. I'm sick. And I'm like, my throat is hurting again. Thank you, everybody who was congratulating on the grandbaby, on the granddaughter. I'm trying to find, let me go back up through my list before I start on the bottom. Yes, and these readings are, if it resonates with you, then it's also for you as well. Okay. Who did I see? I'm looking for. Sorry, guys. I know who I'm looking for. I'm trying to find it. Krista Curtis, are you still there? Kathy and Lisa. Kathy, you were who I was actually looking for. But I'm also looking for Krista. Okay, I don't see Krista right now, or I'm not seeing her comment. Okay, so Kathy, Richard, right? Rickard. Is it Rickard? I never know how to say it. Kathy, this card is for you. It's been a while since you've had a card. You got the Stargazer. So you got the Stargazer. Now my card is marked up because, like I said, they're getting some name changes. They're getting some changes. She's not getting her name changed. Now she's in the maiden energy. So, and my ears are ringing as I'm bringing her up for you. Oh, interesting. It's like we're out there in space. We're out there. And so she comes up and she's a 4. And that power of 2s and 4s, like the power in numbers, that numerology. And I feel like for you to really pay attention to the numbers, pay attention to that numerology in the numbers. And the Stargazer, her name is Frida. And so Frida really represents that which exists within us and that which we often forget. Our passion, our pleasure, and what prosperity really means for us and what it means to be of that. So she does come in a true goddess energy. She's in her element. She's in her truth. She's on top of the world. She's, she is living the best world, and everything that she needs or wants is in her hands. But she's got to reach for it. It's almost like she's got to plant her light back home. She's got to put her light back where it belongs. She's got to put herself back into her own element, into her own environment. And only she can do that. And I just keep saying, clean up. There's some cleaning up of some old energy that feels like it's around you. I don't know if you've ever had a dog named Jake or something. I just got this dog, and I got this name of a man, or I just got this name Jake, and I got this dog walk past me. And then I seen this man, and I feel like he's sitting on a rocking chair, and it's like I'm seeing him up here in the corner of the card, even though he's not really there. But he's like, I'm up here, even though you really don't see me. And I don't know why I see like an old chair on an old front deck, an old like a front patio type of, like a front porch, like a veranda type of porch or whatever it is on the front. And I see like an old rocking chair, and somebody's like rocking there. So I feel like we're in a scenery. I feel like we're somewhere in particular. And it's just like, what were you passionate about? And you're getting reminded, what was it you were passionate about? What was it you love to do? And it's like, this is like allowing yourself to find the essence of who you are. So your spiritual self, who you are in your spirit. You've got the physical world kind of down pat, but there's this spirit connection, this spiritual connection, your spiritual body that is calling for attention right now, to clean up some of the old things that have you blocked from being able to allow the energy to flow through, to be able to get the energy flowing through you. And just like that, just feel like it's just like that. I also feel like I got like that smoke and mirror kind of image. And it's just like, sometimes you're not here to be always tough, not always there to be strong. You're not always there to be that for everyone, everyone else around you. But this is about, what are you passionate about? What are your pleasures? This is you stepping into your feminine energy, into being kind to you. And I got this old woman with she got big fat hands. And she's like, we're just bred into this hardworking crew, hardworking people. We were hardworking women. And she said, now you need to sit back and just put your feet up a little bit and just relax a little bit. So it's like, and I just I feel like I'm like playing with my hands. So I don't know if she got like arthritis and something in her hands as she got older, but it's like the fingers were like right here. And so she's just saying to you, like, let yourself sit back and relax a little bit. Let somebody else do the work. Let somebody else go do that. You don't need to keep doing that. For you to start like letting yourself enjoy the pleasures of life. Let yourself fill your spirit. What fills your heart? What do you love to do? What fills the spirit of you? And it's time now, Kathy, for you to start filling up that spirit essence of you. That's your card. And I hope some of this resonates with you. I hope it makes sense to you. I would love to spend more time, but I got a couple more to get through. I'm going to choose Lisa Richard. You're very welcome, Kathy. My ears will not stop ringing, Kathy. They're like ringing like crazy. I know I have. Rightfully sure. I know animals always come in. They're always just like, they just walk past like there's nothing to it. Just here we are. Okay, let me take down this card, and Lisa Richard, this card is going to be for you. Oh no, not really sorry. That's a good thing. I think we're hanging out out there in the other world. Okay, this is freaking hilarious. You're going to laugh when you see this card. So the card that I just pulled is card number 33, which is benevolence. It is Perphone, and this is benevolence. You just cannot make this shit up. You have to research about a Jake because there's a Jake walkthrough. I don't know if he could be a Jack. He could be, it could be Jack. I don't know if he's actually Jake. It could be Jack, but that J name, there's something of a J name. I don't know where it comes in. It could be somebody's freaking middle name. I don't know, but he might be an animal that was around there, or it could be a person. But yeah, I don't know where it is, Kathy. I never leave it out because it does have a purpose. And so, Lisa, you got Perphone, you got benevolence. The last conversation Lisa and I had was actually on the final chapter. One of the chapters of my book is called Benevolence, of one of the books. And it's like, so when this card came, I'm like, first of all, I had to look up what benevolence would really mean. And benevolence is that, is if you can be anything in the world, be kind. And so this is the ultimate of what true love and friendship really truly means, and what it means to be supported and to be supportive is that we can have this inspiration, but something is really getting my attention here. And I'm going to look beyond the two women that are right here, and I'm going to look up here in the corner where you see the pink in the corner, and you see that angel light. You see that crystal, you see that pink light. That's what's getting me, right? So yes, and your life path number 33. And so this pink light right here, angel aura, is what's getting my attention. So it is the angel aura. It is the energy of the angels that are really truly coming in, as I am the benevolent beings. I'm the benevolent beings that align us to where and who we need to be in contact with. And sometimes the kindest things that happen to us are the things that we often think may be the relationships that challenge us, that may be the relationships that feel like, hey, like this is going to be work or it's going to do it. But we don't really realize that also turns out to be some of the best relationships. We want to look at the obvious in that card. We want to look at the obvious of the two women. And those two women are looking at something. They're looking at us. They're looking at us, right? They're looking at us to be that. And this year, we have this, this is the year of 6. So this card is a 6. So the obvious is 3-3, but 3 + 3 = 6. This is a year that is truly about, that moving beyond the transformation, the rebirth year, what's coming next. But it's like, let's look beyond the obvious. Let's look beyond all that we see of the obvious of two women and the heart and all of this. Let's look at what's in the background here today. Let's look at what is behind us, but in front of us, what is all around us. And so spirit is working in the energy of love right now in the stages of what would be the rebirth. But it's also saying that what we think we all know, that there is new stars or new energy that is being born into. So there's something new that is being born into fruition. And it just feels like you might not want to be kind to it. Because it feels foreign, it feels unknown. You might not want to be so receiving of it, but it's going to be that energy. Is like what you can't see until it turns around is the kindness. So it's like it has to turn around, it has to look at you. And when you're looking at it in the face, when you're looking at this experience in the face, only then will you see that it is kind. Behind it, all you're seeing is like this light. So there's something of a surprising energy that's coming in here, something that is unknown, something that is being like through the angelic realm that is being presented to you. And it might be something of a fruition. It may be something of a dream. It may be something that appears from the angelic realm that is like, oh, I don't know if I want to see that, but you do want to see it. When it turns around and you see it for what it really is, you'll see that it is beautiful love. And so if we can be anything, be kind. So be kind to ourselves when we want. Be kind to ourselves, especially when we want to turn around and turn away. That's your message. Especially when you want to turn around and turn away. Don't, because you don't have to turn it around. You don't have to force it. Let it turn around and look at you. Let it come into you. So there is something of that new energy that feels like it's coming in or in front of you or through you for you. So let's see what it brings. Beautiful. Thank you. You are so welcome. Okay. I got to watch the time because I have a class that I have to be in. I'm a student in. Mm-hmm. Shay Favel. Are you still here, Shay? Yeah, that's telling you to pay attention. So if you go, while you're going to be on my website looking at all those cards, Jenna, you can go into my blog, and in my blog, I wrote a blog about numerology. I wrote a blog about all those numbers. So that's there. So you can also look at that. Okay, Shay, you are there. Let me take down. So benevolence, by the way, benevolence goes with the super ego. It goes with the higher self that, when we don't want to do, when we're like, oh, I don't want to do that, or letting the super ego guide our way. Okay, Shay. So Shay, I really feel as if I have some sort of masculine energy coming in for you. I have some masculine energy. I felt like I want to put the card, and they're like, put away the girly cards. That's what I just heard. Put away the girly cards. I don't want the girly cards, but I'm leaving the girly cards out for right now because I have a message from the girly cards. So, and so, you were asking Spirit for confirmation? Well, I think you just got it. Because put away the girly cards. Put away the girly cards. I don't want the girly cards. I want the masculine cards. It's like, I want the masculine energy. And I'm going to bring up this card anyway, because it actually has it has three women's faces in the cards. And it's the eye of the beholder. It is the queenie. And oh, fuck, what did I just do with the card? Okay, so see? Oh my freaking God. So I just went to put the card up, and Spirit just canceled out my card. They don't want the card up. Well, too bad. I don't know. I'm not listening to Spirit. Okay. So the eye of the beholder, which is queenie. And I feel like it's like I feel like this is somehow masculine energy. You somehow have like a male figure that is with you somehow that's just saying, listen, I am here. I am here. I've always been here, and I'm and I'm not going anywhere. But there's some sort of like, I don't know where there's some like sort of like competition or some sort of like contradicting energy, or some sort of contradicting energy amongst each other or amongst other people. But it's like that sense of, what are you fighting over? And just kind of let the storm, right? It's like something doesn't want to be heard. Yes. Thank you, Shay. That is it. And I'm like, and it's like, and that's what it feels like to me. It's just like, what is that energy? What is there? Something that does not really want to be there. And it's like this contradictory kind of energy, or something where it's like, there's no proof, or you can't really prove it, or you're never going to be able to get full proof. That's what it feels like for me. Something that is not fully present or fully there. And it's like, I'm not telling you. I'm not telling you. I'm not telling you all the details. I'm not telling you everything about it. And it's like crossing over that rainbow bridge. It's like, take the high road. You're being told, take the high road. Don't let things eat away at you. Don't let things get to you. Don't get caught up in the drama. Get the fuck out of drama. Get the fuck out of whatever else is happening over there. Get out of that drama. Get yourself moved on from that. Don't let the world around you turn you ugly. Don't let yourself get caught up in that. You just know, it just feels like, just know you were loved. Just know, your truth in your heart. You know your truth in your heart. You know what to be true in your heart. And on the other side, I know things differently than I would have ever had known them before. And that's what I'm getting. It's like, I know things differently than I would have known. And I got a great big love. See, another heart. This is heart. See, in that eye of the beholder, there's a heart there as well. And it's like, this is that big heart. See the angel wings on the heart? And see, that is like, you have a big heart that's in heaven, that's watching over you, that's existing over you, that's there. And then you also got the grand symphony, and this is that little hummingbird energy. And this is like beating to your own drum. And this hummingbird energy really represents that defies all odds. I feel like we can defy our own odds. We can get past our own issues, but beating to your own drum and living your own happiness and being there. But like, great big love has to exist within you. Something that exists within you that you have to do for you. And I have a really big energy on the other side. I just want to say this. I have this really big person on the other side. And I don't know if they were big in human or just big in personality, but they're big. Like, I'm like, it's almost like I feel like Shay, they're pushing me back in the chair. It's like they're right in front of me and they're pushing me back in the chair. And they're like this great big energy. And it's like, I just want to just like, get off me and get out of the way. And they're like, no, I want you to see that I'm here. I want them to see I'm this great big heart. I am this great big energy. Had a larger than life heart. May not have been perfect. That's what I'm getting. May not have been perfect, but was a big heart, was a big person, you know, in it might not be in body figure, but in personality. And it's just, and I'm just getting like, just, you know what, man, I'm there. Just know that I'm there. Know that I'm present. Know that I'm here. But also got the, you know, also got the softness, got the softness of that hummingbird. It's like can be very kind, very soft, very gentle. And Shay, whoever that person is for you, they definitely want you to know they're here, because, you know, it's like, now I'm like, it just feels like once I bring that person in and brought up their energy, it's like all this noise around me just stopped. All this static, I just had all this static energy around me, and it all just stopped. And when it just stopped, it's like, it's almost like I can breathe again. So I don't know if this person was kind of like freaking ADD, like just full of energy. And I hope this resonates with you somehow, and that it connects to you. And you know, sometimes we got to think about it. Sometimes it's amazing. I remember once somebody was like 6 months later and they're like, oh my God, remember when you told me that? And I said, no. It was right. I know exactly who it is now. Right. But that's what it feels like for me. And there's somebody there, and it's the eye of the beholder. Don't get caught in any of the storms. Don't get into, you know, it's like, don't have to be into everything. Don't have to be involved in everything. Take the high road, get above it, get in and out of that shit, and stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. Do what you need to do for you. And there is no solid answers, but I feel like your heart is going to find a truth or know a truth. Good. Yay. Whew. Thank you. Right? A lot of that energy you've been feeling recently, right? Yes. And so, yeah. So I hope that resonates. And thank you, Jenna. I love these cards. I can't wait till we get them even further, but we're making some more changes to them again. You are so very, very welcome. Okay. So I'm just going to do one last card, guys. I do have to go. I have a class. So I'm just going to do one last to finish out our night. I'm going to try to make Tuesday nights my night. That's what I'm going to try to make. Tuesday evenings. It'll be a little bit later than this, probably on most Tuesdays. But Tuesdays, I'm going to try to make my day when I'm in here doing my lives. That's my hope. That's what I'm planning, so that I can get back in. As of April, I will not be doing any more one-on-one appointments. I'm coming to the end of that part of the journey, but I have a lot of group coaching, a lot of group stuff that'll be happening, a lot of webinars. I'll be doing a lot of webinars, a lot of that kind of work, publishing, getting the second book out, going back out hopefully we'll be allowed back out in person. I'm not going to make any commitments to that until we're told we're allowed, but getting myself back out into the world once we're allowed. And hitting the stage once again. We will be doing a whole lot of events. If you have not read my book, if you have not seen my book, this is my book. You can purchase it. You can go on my website, and all the links, amazon.ca.com, Balboa Press. Barnes and Noble carries it, and it's also, I think it's also in a downloadable copy as well. And so that's More Than Existing is my book, and that's the first one. The second book is called The Truth Beyond the Existence, I think it is. Or Existing Beyond the Truth, or something like that. I don't even know my name of my own book, second book, right now. Yeah, my second book will be coming out shortly as well. And if you want to pull yourself a card every day, go to my website. You can pull yourself a card each and every day and share it out there. And by the way, if you were in my live last night, did you do any of the little things this morning I told you to do to start breaking those habits? Did you do them? And if you haven't, go back and watch the video from last night. And so our final card is Delilah, and she's the awakening, and she is that journey. And see, I'm writing on these cards, and they're my cards, so I'm allowed to write on them. And so it's like the world that you exist in doesn't get to define you. No matter where you have been in the past. It worked beautifully, Lisa. Yeah, see, some of those little things, right? And so, the world around you, or your past, or past experiences, past relationships, past anything doesn't define you. It's that allowing ourselves to not to be defined, not to be labeled, not feeling like we have to, give ourselves that sense of that label, or having to allow ourselves to be put into that box, but to let ourselves come up from those experiences, to rise from those murky moments, and to step up and into our light, and to allow ourselves to be our own creator. No one else creates your world but you. You get to create that world. And we're always existing in somebody else's stories. And by the way, for those who don't know, I just want to say this. My website is kick-ass, and the designer is, when I was laughing with Lisa here, Lisa Stewart Richard. She is the website designer, by the way. And if you're in the school, she's also, I call her the architect. She's the architect of making all of that look like it looks. Incredible. I just want to say that. I had to say it, Lisa. I'm sorry, but I just had to, because we're working on, creating this More Than Existing into something even bigger again in the school and all of that. And the work that's coming out is just like, out of this world. Right. And so, yeah. And so just try it. And so, letting yourself, like, knowing that you become the creator. I love you too. You become the creator of your own worlds. You always will exist in somebody else's stories, somebody else's experiences, but that's always going to be there. You're always going to cross those paths and meet those roads. And when somebody else's fated journey happens, is that's their fate, your fate, you're crossing that path, or you're in their experience. But you are here to then create your experiences and your journey and your path and your road. And so Delilah says is not to let yourself be tempted to keep falling back by those that cause you fear. Don't let yourself be feared into letting your light shine, because the only reason why the world tries to fear you, tries to judge you, tries to knock you down, is because they're afraid of what and who you could be. Let yourself live unlimited. Let yourself be larger than life. And if your larger than life is, to be at home and raising your kids and being happy, be that kind of larger in life. If your larger in life is to go out and build a big friggin' empire, then be that kind of larger in life. But don't let the world define you. Your joy and your happiness comes from within, and it starts within, and it is all within. And that's, More Than Existing. The key thing about More Than Existing is, like, More Than Existing truly is about you choosing for yourself, you finding your own code of ethics, your core values, who you are, what you are, and that you get to define you. Nobody else gets to define you, but you got to put the work in. You got to put the work into yourself. So, yeah. You did yours too? Yay. Did some deep breathing with your eyes closed. Carried the baby, me and the carrier. Good for you. And Destiny did her routine. Yeah. out of order, did some stretching, jumping jacks as soon as I woke up, and then went for a walk after breakfast, and I left the dishes instead of doing right way. Because does it matter? Does it matter the dishes wasn't done? Does it matter? No, it doesn't matter, right? It's like they can be done when you get back. And so yay to those who stepped in. So if you're wondering what we're all talking about, go back and watch my last night's crazy late night video. And it talks about, how we step away from being the same routine us and stepping into the new us. Hello, Glenda. And so, and Wendy, hello, you just got home. Oh, and so knowing all of those things, doing all of that. And I hope these messages resonates with you. Good. I'm glad it resonated, Kimberly, as she brings up. Thank you all. Have a beautiful night. I do have to go. I love you all, and I will see you next week. Bye-bye.